Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be ranking my favorite to least favorite, or least favorite to favorite Studio Ghibli movies. If I look really tired, I got bags under my eyes because I am really tired. But nevertheless, I'm here making a video. I haven't seen all of them. I haven't seen every single one of them, but I have seen most of them. But starting off with my least favorite is Tales of Earthsea. It's just like so bizarre that it was allowed to get made in that way. I understand that it's based off a story before called Tales of Earthsea, and I'm sure that's really good. I've actually heard really good things about that, but it just sounds like they failed at making it into a movie. The world is cool, but that's it. Like, that is literally it. The story is like proper bad, like it's boring, and it kind of tries to do some things. Whatever, I'm moving on to the next one on my list, which is The Cat Returns. Honestly, I thought it was pretty good. Like, I enjoyed watching it. I mean, all these movies are pretty good apart from Tales of Earthsea, but The Cat Returns is alright. I just thought it was a bit weird. I thought I would enjoy it more. I found it really weird when she blushed at the end when the cat was like flirting with her. I was like, do you really have a crush on this like cat the size of a foot? Come on, you don't have a crush on this cat. Just stop. It was a bit weird. I think that kind of ruined the movie for me, honestly. Then my next movie is Ponyo on the list. I actually did enjoy Ponyo. The story is kind of forgettable. Like, I don't really remember what happens. Maybe I should have rewatched them before I made this list. But you know, it's okay. It's alright, but it's not really the best at all. And the one after that is Kikis Delivery Service. I really like Kikis. I do think it's a good story, but again, it's a little forgettable. Or the world could have been cool. I like the way Kiki's a witch, obviously, and I like, you know, her cat, Gojo or something. I can't remember. Why don't I know this? What I'm looking at? Gigi. I like Gigi a lot. I think he's funny. I do like the way the story kind of develops. It's a nice story, you know, and obviously she saves the kid in the end, who I found really annoying. I don't like the kid. For what I think Kiki's Delivery Service is pretty good. And after Kiki's, we have The Castle in the Sky. I really like this movie. I can't honestly remember what happens that much. I actually get it mixed up with Nausicaa a lot. Like, they sort of merge in my head. But it is a good movie. I remember really loving it. I didn't watch it that long ago, actually. And the world, I think, is amazing. The robot is amazing. Yeah, I think it's a great movie. It's decent. You know, it's a decent movie. I think it was the second movie Ghibli made. So next movie is Nausicaa. I love the world of Nausicaa. I think it's an amazing world. I think it's got amazing music. Genuinely one of the best Ghibli soundtracks. I think the main character is really interesting. I think she's really good. Like I said, the world is good. The villains are good, kind of. You know, again, there's very ambiguous. I like the bugs. I just like everything about Nausicaa. I think it's a really cool movie, and I really like the style of it. It's quite dark, dreary, but it's interesting. It's a really interesting movie. And so after Nausicaa, we have PomPom, the one about the raccoons, which honestly, I feel like a lot of people don't know. It is such a great movie. I love it so much. I love the characters in it. It's something I've never seen before. The story is really good. I think it's really interesting. I think it brings up a lot of messages, and I really like the ending, how it's kind of like, I won't spoil it, but you're sort of like, oh, okay, oh. So yeah, I really like PomPom. I think it's a really interesting movie. It's really original, you know, like a lot of Ghibli movies. After that, I have Howl's Moving Castle. I love Howl's Moving Castle so much. I think Howl is a really interesting character, and I obviously love the world of it. The world of Howl's Moving Castle is one of the best Ghibli worlds, I think. The animation is amazing in it. The colors are amazing. The art style, everything about it is really amazing. I do think it goes on too long. I always remember the last like third of it, I'm sort of like, what? Oh, I think it could be a bit shorter, but whatever, you know, it's still enjoyable. I really like Housekeeper. He's one of my favorite Ghibli characters. The music in it, I think it has one of the best Ghibli soundtracks. Merry-Go-Round of Life is currently my favorite song. I just can't stop listening to it, and I do think it is an amazing piece of music, which is one of the best Ghibli, for sure, if not the best. After Howl's Moving Castle, we have My Neighbor Totoro, the one which everyone knows, probably the most famous Ghibli movie. It's definitely up there with Spirited Away. I mean, I really like Totoro. It's such a nice movie to watch. Almost nothing goes wrong in it, almost. Like, the kid does disappear, which is kind of sad, but that gets resolved quickly. I really like Totoro. The music in it is amazing, the world in it is amazing. The whole sort of, like, atmosphere and just happy feeling you watch from it, you know? Like, it's just so nice, and it's like the perfect movie, you know what I mean? But is it the best movie? No, it isn't, because the one after My Neighbor Totoro, probably Spirited Away. It's just like an amazing film. You know, I watched it when I was a kid, and then I hadn't watched it for ages until quite recently, and I thought, wow, this is really good. This is like regarded as the best Ghibli movie for a reason. It's, you know, like in all Ghibli movies, the world is just like so original and mysterious and magical, and the art style in it and the colours and the background and everything in it is just so well done. Every single frame is handled with such care, and I think it's a really nice story as well. You know, it's an interesting one. It's not super just happy all the time like Totoro, but it's also like not that depressing, and you kind of like all the characters in it more or less. And I think it's just, it really sucks you into the world, and there's so many interesting things. interesting little details which can have all sorts of stories of their own, you know, and I think that's a great thing to have in a movie. And finally, or not finally, almost finally, my second favourite Ghibli film is Princess Mononoke. It was my favourite film for such a long time, like my all-time favourite film. I mean, it still is in some ways. It's an absolutely incredible movie. The music in it is just amazing. The atmosphere is just amazing. I think one of my all-time favourite scenes is when Ashitaka is walking through the woods and all the Kodama spirits are just like... You know what I mean? You know the scene I'm talking about. It's just amazing. I love the way it's sort of, there's no good guy and there's no evil guy. It's so ambiguous and you don't know who to root for, and in the end the story resolves in a way where both sides win, and I think it's just such an interesting tale with interesting characters. I really love Ashitaka and the way he's stuck between the human side and then the forest side, and his goal is to bring them together, and that is ultimately what he does, and I think it's still one of my favourite movies of the time. I mean it is really, even though it's number 2 on this list. Because number 1 is Whisper of the Heart. Whisper of the Heart, I watched it relatively recently for the first time, and it instantly became a classic in my head because it is just such a nice movie. It's so relaxing. It's like a comfort movie. It's very underrated because it isn't a classic really, but I think it's just such a nice story. Nothing goes wrong in it, but that's fine, you know? It's a happy movie in the end, and you sort of go along for the ride with the characters and you see how she, you know, develops, I guess, and goes through a little struggle, I guess, and it's not anything too deep, but it's really interesting, and I think the characters are really relatively realistic in it. I think it's a really nice movie, and if you guys haven't seen it yet, then go watch it because you will love it so much. Anyway, that sums up my list. My favourite is Whisper of the Heart, and my least favourite is Tales of Love Sea. Tell me what your favourites are in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment, like I said, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!